welcome to AH Live. This is episode 37. It's pretty crazy to say that, but we've been having so much fun, so we just kept it going. And we have an incredible guest today from all the way across the pond. That's right, the one and only, the razor sharp Brit, Oli Silk. I had such a blast sitting down and talking with Oli and making some music, and cannot wait to share that with you. And as I always say, speaking of sharing, do us a favor, click share, let's spread the good vibes, spread the love. And if you're tuning in on Oli's page, welcome. I'm Adam, this is AH Live. We're here every Wednesday with incredible music and just a great hang. I think all of the regular viewers can agree that this has just been an incredible experience throughout the entirety of 2020, and would love to see you every week. So don't forget to come on over to Adam Holly Artist page, click like, so that you can hear about the shows and everything else we have going on. But we're going to get straight to the music, and I have a very, very special performance for you guys. Me and my lovely wife, Kat, whipped this up just a few hours ago because we wanted to get in the mood for Christmas. As you know, we're having our Adam Holly Christmas special next week with a bunch of incredible guests. But we just want to get in the mood. And as you can see, my wife kind of decorated behind me a little bit. So we're getting head start. We're about a week early. But let me get this tune going. We got a little Latin vibe for you guys. I'm going to need some finger snaps out there. And I'm going to have to bring in my lovely wife, Kat. There she is. We got a little bit of the Christmas song for you guys.
To make the season bright, tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loading lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times,
and gentlemen, we're just getting the mood a little bit. Kat, thank you so
You're
much for that. That's
Thank
my
you.
lovely, lovely wife. And we'll bring her back a little bit later for the Cat Cam. Oh, that was so much fun. I hope y'all are getting in the mood, because I know I am. The Christmas season is just such a wonderful time. Great time for just remembering what we're thankful for, and also just having family around. And I hope you guys are staying warm out there. I know I live in California, but it has been cold out here. So it's just a wonderful time of the year, and cannot wait to celebrate it next week. I'm going to tell you more about it a little bit later after the interview. I've got some incredible guests lined up for Adam Holly Christmas next week, but I don't want to delay anymore. Just one quick announcement. If you want to help out the show, I make it very easy. You just click those links in the description. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and now Stars. Huge thanks to everyone that's been supportive from the beginning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So without further ado, the one and only Oli Silk. All right, what is up, Oli? How you doing today?
I'm good, Adam, man. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're going to dive right in. What was the reason that you picked up the piano?
My parents bought me a little tiny keyboard when I was 6 years old, I think I was. A little tiny Casio thing, you know, with the little lights that light up to tell you what note to play next. And I took it on vacation. We had a family vacation. And I did not stop playing. I mean, I was obsessed with this thing for like 2 weeks, and I think I really, you know, it was so tiresome by the end. All my parents and my parents were like, stop playing Green Sleeves. Like 1984 or something.
Okay.
So I had that, I messed around with that, but then like not a lot more happened from that until I was around 11 years old. My parents at the time were in business. They owned a leisure club, like a health club and a spa and stuff like that. This is like 1990, and they had like a health club floor and a social floor. It was a big unit, and on the social floor they had a grand piano with a big dance floor and everything like this. So I used to go down there. They used to take me after school. You know, I'd go down there while they were working and things. I just used to mess around on the grand piano, and from what I have been told, I don't remember very clearly because I was quite young still, but my dad had a buddy, a building associate, because my dad used to be a builder and a surveyor, but he was a classically trained piano player as well from his youth, and he heard me just kind of noodling around, and he said, Ian, my dad, he said, Ian, you know, I think like he can kind of play. He knows what he's doing, you know. And so it was on that kind of recommendation that we looked around for a keyboard teacher and found one really local to us, and that was kind of the startings of it. My original upbringing was very much kind of pop keyboards, if you will, rather than anything classical. It was nothing like that. It was much more being on stage, doing theatre, variety shows, things like that, playing popular music, and then from there I got into amateur dramatics. I used to sing in the chorus line and did some acting when I was a teenager and stuff, half of which was reluctant. I look back on it now, I was like, I didn't really want to do that much, but for some reason I fell into it, and yeah, I was doing kind of dancing and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, so I kind of cut my teeth, I guess, from the age of about 11 to about 17, just kind of doing keyboard, pop stuff and variety shows.
Fascinating. So am I sensing a vocal album coming up soon? Is that what I'm hearing? And perhaps a music video with some dance steps?
Oh man, I think that might be the end.
Oh, wow. So I'm curious, contemporary jazz largely has been a lot of artists from America, but we do have some incredible artists like yourself from the UK, and Peter White, Chris Standring. How did you get interested in this particular genre?
I was exposed to the genesis of what is now smooth jazz when I was young, because my parents, even though they weren't musicians, were big music fans. My brother specifically was a huge jazz, funk, soul record collector when he was young. He's like 10 years older than me, so he was into it very young, and he actually worked at a record store that did kind of like American import soul and jazz and funk. When he was like, I don't know how. I don't think you could get away with it now, but he's like 13 and he was working at the store, right?
Wow.
I think maybe it was legal then. I don't know. So, or it was like child labor or something. Like Luther to even like, I guess, Pieces of a Dream, Crusaders, all the jazz funk, but also the kind of soul, the Philly soul, the late Motown soul stuff. So I guess my education for music came through that. Got my first Mac computer when I was 20. I saved up for ages. The thing was so expensive. It was like it was the first G3 that had come out. It was like $2,500, which back then was like big money. So I'd saved up, I had a job, I'd saved up. And me and my buddy, Danny Sugar, we started making music. Just literally plugged the bass into the front of the machine. I think maybe we eventually got like a little tiny sound card interface thing, real basic thing. Plug the bass in. Wow, we can get, a few CD sampling beats and stuff. Man, we can actually make some tunes here. And so we did. We started making some what we thought were kind of just, we're just gonna have some fun and make a few beats and put some keyboard on top. Before we knew it, within 6 months, we had like a record deal. So we're like, damn.
Wow.
Okay.
2006 was a big year for you as a solo artist. You were named Debut Artist of the Year, came over and performed at Catalina Jazz Festival I've loved playing at several times. Was there something in particular that, just the stars aligned? Because it seems like that's when things really popped off.
My first record, So Many Ways, was conceived kind of off the back of another project that I had been working on as a producer with a saxophone player from the UK named James Vargas. And I'd been working for him for a few years. He'd done some sax sessions for me for my previous stuff, Sugar and Silk album. So he was a great sax player from London, and we hooked up through a mutual friend. And so we started working on his record. His record turned out pretty well, and finally got the attention of Trippin' in Rhythm Records, who at the time only had Paul Hardcastle, and I think they had Roger Smith, right? Tower of Power.
Yeah.
Because half of that label is in the UK. Again, through a mutual acquaintance, we managed to get this album to Les, who's the CEO of Trippin', and he said, "Yeah, I can sign this. I think we can do something with this in the States." Amazing. All right, so we signed James, sax player, me as producer, and it did good. We had a couple of hits off that first record in 2003 and 4. We came over. I did my first Catalina with James as the MD of the band. And then when we got back, we'd done a couple more tours. We did Thornton Wiring for the first time and stuff, Southern California gigs. And James wanted to go off and do his own thing. But in the meantime, I've been working on my own stuff, and I now have this contact with Trippin' Records. So I was like, I got this stuff. I had like 5 tracks or something. What do you think? You think there's some legs in this? Maybe now I've got a bit of profile from the back of being in the States. And sure enough, Les was like, yeah, finish it off for me, and we'll see what happens. So I did finish that record, So Many Ways. That spawned a couple of hits. Easy Does It, the first hit I had, and a couple of other hits. And it was then that Art Good said, "You've got to come over." 2006, come and play Catalina on your own. I'd met Art 2 years previously doing Catalina, but then we got a little tour together. Mostly West Coast stuff, and just trying to make a name for myself.
Selfishly, I want to hear the backstory about this tune because I remember it so vividly at your service.
Oh man, I got to say, I remember the first time I met you. You're straight away, you're like, "I love that tune." I was like, "Oh, that means a lot, man." The tune itself was from what I remember now, it was one of the last ones to be conceived from the album, and I needed another tune, and I knew I needed to have an upbeat tune. And we were in Dubai. We were doing Dubai Jazz Festival, and Julian was on it, and I'd never met Julian before. And we really hit it off. I just thought it was a great dude. In fact, we were sharing rooms in Dubai. We had these kind of condos with 3 bedrooms and a kitchen and a big living area and stuff. They were beautiful. Yeah. And it was me and Julian Vaughan and a sax player named Elizabeth Miss, and we were all tripping, and we all had a room each. And so me and Julian just hung out, man. We chatted, and we broke bread, and we just seemed to be coming from a similar perspective from our loves of certain music and certain artists and bands and things. And I think it was just coincidence that I had my laptop out one day on the table in the front room, and he came in and he'd just done his rehearsal or whatever. And I was like, man, what do you think of this? And I played him like the hook part of it, and he was like, damn, I love that. I was like, well, you know, I never even considered it. Man, should we do it? You want to guest on this? Maybe when you get back to Kansas, maybe we can hook something up. He was good, great, and because of Julian, we pushed on, and we you know, I finished the arrangement. He laid it down and killed it, man, and it just fell together. And I love playing it. It's such a fun tune to play. It's got such a nice vibe, and we were rewarded with a number one for, you know.
You were nice enough to share a couple tunes with us. I want to start with this first one. It's from your new album. It's called Just Can't Resist. The new album is 6.
There it is right there.
Oh man, all right.
6 again was conceived some time ago, probably about 3 years ago. I started work on it. The first thing I'd written was something I wrote for the previous album that didn't make it, because again, I didn't finish the arrangement. I wasn't quite vibing with it. And then when it was time to start the new record, I went back to this arrangement and thought, yeah, you know what, this is cooking. Let me see what I can do. And at the time, again, it's always this fortuitous situation where I might be working with someone or playing a gig with someone when I'm working on a tune. And in this case, it was Vincent Ingala was over a couple of years back. He was in London and we were playing. And he's another cat that I just, like, we have such a lot in common, and we love to talk tech, and we love to talk, you know, nitty gritty arrangement, music stuff, you know. And so we got on really well, and I had this vibe. Man, what do you think? You think you think I've got a top line? Sure, man. Okay, let's work together. So he put his thing down when he got back to America, and it became much the same as At Your Service. It became the single. It became a number one single. So there seems to be quite a fortuitous situation where, you know, I kind of have a song that need help, and then all of a sudden it comes together. You know. Yeah. So that was the genesis of the album. I brought in some great people for this album. Once again, Kelly Minucci on the album. He's someone I've been following for years, and I've loved his stuff. Jeff Kashua, someone I've worked with many times on stage, and Darren Rand, someone who, again, I'm like yourself, you know, we've looked up to him for mix tips for many years, you know, production tips, but, you know, he is the quintessential self-produced, you know, sax player. We worked together on an old George Howard tune called Stepping Out, which has always been one of my favorite tunes from 1985. So yeah, got some cool people on there, man, and I'm really pleased with it. And it came out, you know, maybe the timing was a bit unfortunate. It came out of like the first week of lockdown.
Oh man.
But I'm glad it came out.
Man, it's a killing record, and well, let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tune off the new album 6, Just Can't Resist. Awesome, man. Killing tune. And we've got one more that you were nice enough to let me jam on. It's called All We Need, title track from your 2010 album. Tell us about this song.
All We Need, again, what I remember was I was telling you off camera that I lived in the States for about 9 months in 2009. Had a blast. Lived in the Valley, lived in Northridge, Southern California. Enjoyed one of the hottest summers that they'd ever had. That was an eye opener. You know, I'm a Brit, so you know, I think one of the best things to come out of it was the sessions that I did with the musicians that up to that point really we'd only been working remotely. And so on All We Need, I worked with Oscar Seaton Jr. and Smith, Dwayne Smitty Smith. I'd worked with Oscar on my previous record, but only for a couple of tracks. But again, it was always remote, and I just was itching to get into the sessions and really, you know, be a part of it. And we cut All We Need, and we cut a couple of other tunes from the record, and it just felt so much more organic than I'd been used to working remotely all the time. And it just was so inspirational.
Let's hear it. All We Need. before we get out of here, please let people know where can we find you online and on social media.
Okay, well, I'm on the platforms, Facebook, Oli Silk. I have a musician page and the usual page. You can find me on Twitter, of course, Oli Silk, and Instagram, Oli Silk. I have a website where you can purchase. If you want a signed copy, you can't get it anywhere else. Just come to the website, olisilk.com. I have links for worldwide, US, Europe, UK, purchasing. So please come and grab a copy and I'll sign it for you right here in this very room, and send it out to you wherever you are in the world. And yeah, just find me, leave some comments, be nice to me, and enjoy my music.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab a copy of the new album, 6. It's at olisilk.com. Oli, thanks so much for coming through.
Adam, it's an absolute pleasure, my friend. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. I've watched a lot of your episodes. I think they're very professional. You should be proud of yourself, man. Awesome.
Oh, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, yes. That was the one and only Oli Silk. Wow, what a talent. And, man, so much fun making music with him and sitting down and just getting an idea of what went into his artistry, him getting started. It's always fascinating. I always learn a lot. And I love seeing the comments of you guys chiming in, just getting to know all of these incredible artists week after week. So thank you so much, Oli, for dropping into AH Live. It was a distinct pleasure. Now, normally I go straight to the cat cam, but I'm so excited about next week's show. I'm going to jump the gun a little bit and just shoot this flyer to you right now, because next week, and I'll give you a little backstory too. A couple of years ago, we started off doing Adam Holly Christmas every year in San Diego, a benefit for the Arthritis Foundation. Now, sadly, we cannot do it this year because of COVID. So we're going to have a virtual Adam Holly Christmas and bring it to you right here on Facebook, on Adam Holly Artist page. And we are featuring some incredible guests. Next week, Wednesday, December 23rd, we have the one and only Brian Culbertson in the house, Marcus Anderson, Lindsay Webster, Jasmine Gent, Rebecca Jade, and of course, my lovely wife, Kat. And we're going to be celebrating the holiday season. It is going to be wall-to-wall music. No interviews. Wall-to-wall Christmas music for you guys next week. So I want you all to tune in, and we are going to be donating the proceeds from that episode to the Arthritis Foundation, just how we do every year at Adam Holly Christmas. So I'll have all that set up. You'll just be able to click on the link, and we just want to do something good, give back, and just celebrate the holiday season. So one more time, I'm going to throw that up there. Make sure you mark your calendars. Next Wednesday, Brian Culbertson, Marcus Anderson, Lindsay Webster, Jasmine Gent, Rebecca Jade, and my lovely wife, Kat, right here on AH Live. Okay, she's chomping at the bit. I don't want to hear about it later, so let's bring in my lovely wife right now. Here she is.
I am not chomping at the bit. I actually was writing down a few Ask Adam questions. But anyways.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
Well, hello
Happy
again.
Hanukkah. Yes.
We're getting a double dose of Kat today, which is great. Perfect. That was so much fun, by the way, jamming with you at the beginning of the episode.
It was fun.
You know, we kind of were getting into the festivities, getting into the vibe, because we're launching headfirst in next week.
I know.
And of course, it's Christmas Eve. So it's going to be...
It is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, next week. So we're going to be diving headfirst in. But enough of me talking. Kat, tell us, what are the people saying? What did you think of Oli Silk? Lay it on us.
Well, so many people loved Oli Silk.
Yeah.
And they really loved hearing, it's like all the artists, they loved hearing his background and how he got started with the piano, which I thought was such a cute story.
Yeah.
How his parents bought him that little piano.
Hey,
when
you
he
know
was
what?
little.
I got started very similar, so yeah.
And so many people thought that he was so funny.
Yeah.
And they loved, I think he said, like nitty gritty once or twice in the interview.
Yeah.
And so many people now, they're kind of, saying like, oh, getting down to the nitty gritty, saying that they're going to start using that.
Well, his nickname is the Razor Sharp Brit. And, he's got quite the sense of humor. And so does actually all the Brits that I'm buddies with, Peter White, Chris Dandrick, they're all hilarious. They know how to just get right in there with their wry humor, and Oli is no exception. So
exactly. And Oli, he's so sweet, so funny, just like super charismatic.
Yeah.
I remember when he played for us when we were in Mallorca, right?
Yeah, Oli is such a talented keyboard player, and he was music director at the Mallorca Jazz Festival. And shout out to Christian and Sandra for having us there. It was so much fun, and it was an honor to share the stage with Oli, and we had such a blast. I think that was 2017, or it might have been 2018.
I don't know.
And then we see Oli every year on the Dave Koz cruise, and he always sounds incredible. He's got, several of his own shows, and then he's also playing with a bunch of people, as we all do. So yeah, Oli, he's been great to get to know over the years, and it was fun to make the connection today. For sure.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah.
So many people loved his music. A couple of people were saying that they were actually going to go out and get his albums.
Yeah.
And when you guys were, I guess first he was playing Just Can't Resist.
Yeah.
Erin Hall said, very nice, Oli. And then she said, I'm dancing with the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that first tune had quite the groove to it.
Yeah.
It was funky,
Yes.
man. Had that British funk.
Yeah, even Creston Jordan said, nice vibe.
Yep.
Steve Hall is watching. Hi,
What's
Steve.
up, Steve? How you
He
doing?
says, sounds great when he was playing that song.
Yeah.
So Kathleen Wade Caston, she said, play those keys.
Yeah.
And when both of you guys, collabed together and was playing All I Need, Sean Davis chimed in and said 6 is his second favorite, and it's wonderful from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are really familiar with his music, but then there were just a few people that were really digging it, and he found some new fans tonight.
Yeah.
And they're going to check out all his stuff.
His website's really cool. I went on there, obviously, getting ready for the episode, and bam, on the homepage right there, you can click and access the store, and he'll send autographed copies out to you. So check it out. The new album is 6.
Kurt Schmidt says nitty gritty britty.
Hey, there we go. Hey, that might be the new nickname. I don't know.
Right? That's so funny. And we always have all of our just devoted watchers.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys so much
Definitely,
for tuning in every week. We have Janet Rollins. She's watching from Maryland.
Okay.
Sharon Bradley from
All right.
Seattle.
What's up?
Valerie Kovacs watching from Cambridge, Ontario,
Okay.
Canada.
All right. Canada in the house.
Donna Kaplan.
Okay.
Or it could be Copland.
What's
She's
up?
watching from Delray Beach, Florida. Leon and Willie Lee.
Yeah.
They say we're sending a happy Christmas and joyful New Year's greetings from Prince George, Virginia.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
so
you
great to
guys
hear
so
from you. It's so
much.
sweet of you.
And I think Ilya Surov was
Yes.
watching.
What's up, Ilya?
Hi, Ilya.
Incredible trumpeter and vocalist, all the way from Russia. But he, if I'm not mistaken, I know he lived in California a few years ago. He might still be here. But anyways, he's stateside. I saw he just has a new single featuring Dave Koz that's coming out soon. So check it out.
Cool.
Ilya Serov.
That's super cool. So I saw a few people were asking about the ugly Christmas sweater.
Yes.
Or the ugly holiday sweater. If you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, then you can wear any type of holiday sweater that represents what you celebrate. And so we want you guys to send in your pictures. Take a picture by your tree or your fireplace or your door, your holiday cards, wherever they may be, anything. Just take a picture of you. You can add your pets too if you want, and just email them. You can message them to Adam on Facebook or his email. What's the email you're having them send it to?
Yeah, I put it in the comments, and I pinned it so you can see it right there. It's very easy, adam@adamholly.com. And thank you. I've already got several submissions, and make sure you send those in before next week's episode. And it is a contest. We're going to show a lot of the pictures, but then also the winner is going to get an autographed copy of my brand new album in vinyl, and we will ship that out to you. So we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to enjoy looking at the sweaters, but then we're going to have a winner as well and send out a care package to you.
Yes,
so we're going to have some fun with it.
You guys will not be alone because we will share our ugly Christmas sweaters. Although,
what are you talking about? All my sweaters are dope.
They are, you know what? But that's what I was saying. Like the ugly Christmas sweaters, I think they're so cute. You know?
Yeah.
But my mom said that my sweater doesn't look too ugly. She's like, no, that's cute. That doesn't look like
Hey,
so we'll
way.
see what you guys think. But I have to like have it still glam. You know, it just can't be kind of tack.
We know you're not gonna go. You're not gonna go down like that. So
you are silly. Okay.
Oh, man.
Do we have any other order of business before
I think that's
Ask Adam?
it. Yeah,
oh my
let's
gosh, my hair
go
is
to
stuck on my
Ask
ear.
Adam. And thank you guys. You guys are on it today. I saw a bunch of questions come in. And we're getting with the program. It only took till week 38, but we're getting to it. I'm kidding. You guys have been awesome. But yeah, let's get to those questions, Cap.
Okay. So first question is from Lori Erickson. Hi, Lori.
What's up?
She says, have you guys gotten unpacked?
Well,
and have you put up any more Christmas decorations?
Well, we've unpacked a little bit. We're kind of taking our time. I've been so busy, obviously producing this show, but then I've been super busy in the studio. So we do a little bit each day, a little bit each week. And so we're kind of whittling away.
And when he says a little bit, like literally a little bit, probably like one box.
Well, this week, this was not one of our more productive weeks.
No, it was not.
But the good news is, Kat just informed me that we're finally going to get our bed on Tuesday. So that's very exciting because we've been without a bed. We've been out without our couch for the living room. And, we're just kind of like, scraping by.
I am so excited. I was in Target and I had like this random phone number calling me. And I was like, I don't know who this is. They can leave a message. And then when I looked at the message, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have answered because it was the delivery company for the mattress.
Yeah.
And so I called them right back when I got home. And thank the Lord, we're going to have our mattress on Tuesday.
Yep. And then I think the couch comes at the end of the month. So
couch still comes at the end of the month.
We're getting there. The long story short, a lot of the furniture factories are slowed down because of COVID. So we went into a bunch of different showrooms. You can look, but you can't take it home. So we're finally on the back side of that and about to be complete.
And we even had called a few warehouses around LA that had the same couches that we wanted. Some that they, I guess, made like in-house. And even they were going to be longer than like if we went to like one of their chains that they sold at. And so it just was a mess. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's almost time.
It's been crazy, but we feel so fortunate and blessed to get in and to be here and making it our home. And we have been decorating. Actually, right behind Kat, you can see little Adam made that star, and we borrowed it for the show, but we put that up on the tree. He made that in class, and he also made. Let me switch to my camera for a second, and let's see if I can get this
without knocking anything over.
Here it is. Little Adam also made this freehand. This is not a trace, ladies and gentlemen. We have an artiste on our hands. So
it's so cute.
But yeah, and then we have a bunch. We've been decorating the house, so we'll have those pictures for you guys next week, so you can see what we've been up to. But yeah, we're making progress. To answer your question.
Okay, so second question is from Kurt Schmidt. He says, what's the worst on-stage blunder?
Wow.
For you, Adam.
Man, why you gotta go negative with it? I mean, no. You name it, it's happened to me. I was thinking about it because I saw your question come across during the interview, and there's been a few. When I was with Jennifer Lopez, we would be playing arenas. We'd be playing a lot of basketball arenas in front of 20,000 people, United Center, Staples Center, etc., NBA arenas. And there was one point in the show where we would have a duet, but it was a costume change. So everything was actually focused on me walking out to the stool and playing some flamenco guitar. And then she would come out in her new costume, and it was a whole thing. So the focus was on me for a good, I would say, minute and a half. And of course, as I'm walking out, my strap comes undone on my guitar, and my guitar almost falls and hits the floor. And so I'm holding it just like this with my hand, but then I still have to play and go sit down on the stool all at the same time. It was pretty harrowing. Harrowing. And then it was a very intimate moment of the show. You know, it's not real loud. It was just me and like piano or something. So so that was pretty scary. Another one that comes to mind is I was in St. Lucia with Brian Culbertson, and a real big festival down there. We were going on right after us was R. Kelly, and this is before he was persona non grata, but. Of course, we're playing a tune, and I forget what tune it was, but I had to play the melody, and then right before I have to play the melody, a string breaks. And so I had to move and play on another string at the last second. And it worked out, though, because after the show, I went up to Brian. I was like, man, that was crazy. I broke a string. And he said, really? So I think I pulled it off okay. But I think, you said a blunder, a joke that didn't go over well. I'm trying to remember where it was, but I was somewhere... And I mentioned that I went to USC, so it had to be a rival of USC. I think I was in, I was in Birmingham. And, Alabama fans Roll Tide. And so I said, well, I'm from USC, and totally lost the crowd for about 10 minutes,
Yeah, that one, I kind of was like,
We won them over in the end, but there was a while there where it was like, oh, this is a little touch and go. So you got to watch out with the football rivalries. It gets deep out there.
I know. Okay, so next question is from Ellen Nakata Harper. She says, can you share any special family Christmas memories together? So this is for both of us. You can go first.
Yeah, well, definitely it's become a routine and a tradition that we typically either spend, well, I guess not Christmas Day, but either before Christmas or after Christmas. We've been going to Hawaii for the last several years, and we were just talking about how we missed that this year, and just, with everything that's going on, we didn't want to make such a big journey on the airplane and whatnot. So we're definitely kind of having a little bit of a, hangover effect of not getting our Hawaii trip in. And because from Los Angeles, it's a pretty easy trip. It's a 5-hour direct flight, and we usually just go to Honolulu and spend about a week there. And, it's our family vacation, but we've been usually doing it around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So that's the one that sticks out in my mind. We've spent the last 3 December/Januaries in Hawaii,
I know,
and it's been so
Adam
much
Jr.
fun.
really misses it too.
Yeah.
We were having like a lot of wind here the past week and a half, and some of the palm trees are right by the window. And just the other day, Adam Jr. says, the wind blowing the palm trees makes me think of Hawaii.
Yeah.
He's like, and even the sound of the trees and the wind. Oh,
Yep. Yeah, so we're missing it, so we can't wait. Hopefully next December of 2021, January, hopefully we can get back on our tradition, because it's definitely, and it's just been an incredible way to unwind. We're always running, and there you can just totally unplug and just relax. And so we definitely recommend. I know a lot of you probably or some of you have probably been, but if you haven't, next time you're thinking of a vacation spot, man, if you want to just relax and just completely unplug,
veg out and do nothing.
It's the best. It's the best.
It is really the best. Family, okay, I definitely share that Hawaii one with you. And then, of course, just family, we haven't really seen our family at all. So that's a little different. And playing games. But definitely, I think for us, for our household, would be Christmas Eve, because we would go to one of my cousin's house because his birthday is on Christmas. So we'd have a big family party on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And so we would do that, but then come home and we'd, let little Adam open up one present, and then we'd have cookies and leftovers and just chill in front of the on the couch in front of the TV. And I really like that. I think I'm really a homebody. I think because we travel so much and work so much, and even before I started traveling with Adam, I was always busy with work and stuff around the house, and so I like to unwind and just do nothing and watch TV.
And by the way, Kat had to talk me into going on vacation, because as you just reminded me, we're usually on the road so much. To me, vacation is actually getting a chance to enjoy the house and sit on the couch. But it's definitely really beneficial just to be able to unplug and just relax for a week.
Yeah, the first time we went on a family vacation, which wasn't that long ago, Adam really, he was like, you know what? I never thought that this would be beneficial for me. He's like, but it's amazing. And I think you got to appreciate, your phone not blowing up and you not answering emails 24/7 and like just running around.
Yeah, no question.
All right, so we have from Mike Brown. Hi, Mike.
All right, what's up, Mike?
He said you've had many epic guitar duets during your career. Who made you go deep into your bag of tricks?
Wow, that is a really good question. You know what comes to mind is a duet that just happened a few days ago at my church. I had so much fun doing a duet with Jonathan Butler, an amazing vocalist, but equally incredible guitarist, and we had so much fun. I'm going to put up a post tomorrow with the flyer, so you guys, if you get a chance to check it out, I believe it airs this Sunday. That definitely was one where we had so much fun going back and forth. And also, it was just two guitars without a band. So we were playing off each other and just trading licks. And that was such a blast. So I'll let you guys know when that happens. Just stay tuned to my Facebook page. But man, JB is a talented guy. It's not fair to be able to sing and play like that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just trying to play the guitar over here, and he's a world beater on both. So that was definitely a great experience.
Okay, this one is from Robert Crutcher.
Okay.
He says, Adam, are you mentoring any up-and-coming artists?
Wow. Yes. You know what? I wish I'll have to take a picture and show you guys next week. But I've got my big board on the wall, my whiteboard with all of the artists that I'm working with, and I'm having so much fun. And several of them we've had on AH Live. Vaughn Stupart. We've had Tony Craddock Jr., Gino Rosaria, pianist extraordinaire, and I've got a bunch of people coming up with songs coming out in the new year. So it's just been so much fun, and I'm so grateful. I learned from them, and we are just having a blast collaborating. And aside from that, that's on the production side. I also teach, as you know, down in Orange County at Saddleback College, and man, I'm so proud of my students. We had an incredible semester, completely virtual. I teach an ensemble class, so we're supposed to all be together making music in a room, and we couldn't because of COVID, so we did music videos, and man, they really just knocked it out of the park. So yeah, it's the least I can do to give back. I am a proponent, and my success is in large part to my experience taking lessons as a child, being in high school band, and then studying music at University of Southern California. So, that was so key to me being where I am now, and so it's the least I can do to give back and try to help the next generation.
Yeah, and I think that's a great segue into the next question. Linda Dickinson says,
Okay.
When does school end for the holidays? And she says, Professor.
So it was on Thursday. We had our juries, and my private students had their final. They go before a board, although it was, again, virtual this year via Zoom, and perform and go through rudiments and whatnot. So we had that last Thursday, and then my class met for the last time the Monday before that. So yeah, we're on break, and I think I'm back I think I want to say the 22nd. It's towards the end of January. And then, so I'm looking forward to the next semester. Of course, it's always nice to have a break, but can't wait to get back at it.
Yeah. Robert Zahn, or it could be Robert Zan.
Yeah.
He says, there's so many guitars out there. How do you pick a favorite? What are the determining factors?
That's so funny. Well, I don't have so much of a favorite, although this one is definitely one, as you notice, I play it pretty much every week. And this company, PRS, has just been very, very good to me over the years. So this is one I usually play live when I'm doing my my own shows. But it's a combination of, number one, the sound is so important. But ideally we'd like it to look cool too. And I just love how this guitar looks live on stage. In pictures, it just really pops with the nice white finish. And playability is important too. I have some guitars. I won't name them. I don't want to throw them under the bus. But I have some guitars. They sound good, but it's really hard to play. So I might use those more in the studio. But live, you really want something comfortable. And that's the other reason why I play this one quite a bit. Is it's super light. And that's just great. It's just more freeing. It doesn't weigh on your shoulder and feel like I could really jump around the stage and really have a good time and not feel like I'm doing weightlifting during the show. So those are some of the factors I look at. But this is definitely probably the one I play the most at this point right now. Is this PRS Hollow Body 2.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 more questions.
Okay.
Well, actually, 2 more things.
Okay.
A lot of people were saying that we could do a staycation, which actually we had been talking about.
We are thinking about it.
Sometimes we would go both to Hawaii and then we would go to the mountains, like right before Adam Jr. would go back to school. So we would go like up to Big Bear so he could see the snow. Although, you never know, because some years we don't get snow in the mountains as much as one would think, or it would only be snow for like a day or 2 and then just kind of ice on the ground. So, but California is such a hodgepodge of everything, hodgepodge of cultures and hodgepodge of landscapes. So, of course we have the ocean and we have agriculture. California is really known for their citrus. And then, of course, we have the desert, and then we have the mountains and rolling hills. So we have everything. And so in the wintertime, we can see snow, right out our window on the mountains, and you can go up to the snow. So we were thinking of either going to Lake Arrowhead or Big Bear, which is like an hour and a half from us. But we don't know yet. We're trying to figure it out.
Still trying to figure it out.
We're trying to figure it out.
We're still trying to get a bed in the house and a couch. So maybe after that, then we can work on the staycation.
I know. And then we even were talking about just going maybe to like Santa Monica or Malibu or San Diego and like either doing Airbnb. For some Airbnbs that are still open, I know a lot of them have been shut down, or just hotels, so we can have like an ocean view and I guess pretend like we're in Hawaii. But I don't know yet. Another one was from Charlene, my girlfriend, who's just right down the street.
Up?
She says, what do we have any New Year's resolutions?
Ooh, I'll let you go first.
I don't know, because it's a new year, but like it's really not. Like it's still, everything's like still exactly the same. I will admit to everyone, last summer I lost 30 pounds and I had kept it off beautifully for like a year, right? And then COVID happened and our stay in place and sheltering at home, and all of that is just back now. And I'm just so upset because I worked with my trainer and I weight trained and everything. I worked out 6 days a week, all that mumbo jumbo, and now it's all shot to you know what. So I think I need to like get my life together and fix that issue. So
well, you're not alone. We all have. I think we all quarantined a little too close to the pantry. I know I did. So we were just talking about because it's so crazy. We had a gym membership for so long, and then the gyms are closed. So I think I'll piggyback on that and definitely just get back in shape and get back on it. So I think I'll join you on that.
Yeah, because it's just out of control.
Actually, the last couple of weeks we've been getting out doing walks, and so we're kind of building up our routine a little bit. So
a little bit,
but we gotta start hitting the weights.
So yeah, I think that's all. Someone had mentioned Santa Barbara. That was Juanita Canley, which Santa Barbara was in one of our lists that we were thinking about. So that's interesting.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kat.
You're
Appreciate you.
welcome.
We had a double dip of Kat today.
Yes,
double dose.
We did.
And it was so much fun. So we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. And I already mentioned it, but I'm going to just tell you one more time. So excited for next week. It's Adam Holly Christmas, virtual style, right here on AH Live, episode 38, December 23rd, Christmas Eve. And we have Brian Culbertson, Marcus Anderson, Lindsay Webster, Jasmine Gent, Rebecca Jade, and of course my lovely wife, Kat. And that episode next week, we'll be donating our proceeds to the Arthritis Foundation. So mark it on your calendars. Don't miss it. It's going to be wall-to-wall music. No interviews. We're making time for more music, and we're going to have a very special episode. And then we're going to finish up the year the following week with a year in review. So I'm going to handpick some of our favorite musical performances from throughout 2020 and put those together for an all-star show of AH Live in review. So we're going to wrap up the year with a bang. Quick reminder, one more time, if you want to help out the show, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and stars. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and we always make sure to commemorate you in the credits of every episode. So just want to thank you guys for helping us keeping the show going. So I've got one more tune for you guys before we get out of here. Let me pull it up. It's not a Christmas tune, but it's a tune called Detroit, and I know you have some winter weather right now, so hope you all enjoy. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a distinct pleasure to share episode 37 with you guys, featuring the one and only Oli Silk. Don't forget next week, it's Adam Holly Christmas, featuring Brian Culbertson, Marcus Anderson, Lindsay Webster, Jasmine Gent, Rebecca Jade, Kat Hawley, and we're benefiting the Arthritis Foundation on December 23rd. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you next week. Good night.